Hi everybody, it's Jasmine and today I'm going to be showing you guys my October favorites. I just feel like October went by way faster than September, which is like so surprising because I was trying to spend my time relaxing in October, but I was just so busy this month that I feel like that's the reason why it went by so fast. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the video. So I'm just going to tell you guys about my first October favorite. I got my permit this month and I am 17 and a half. And so I got it on the day right before Halloween, which is a Friday, and I had school that day, and a lot of people at my school came to school dressed, and I had, if you saw my last or some of my later videos, I had a tutorial on how to do the monster mouth. So I had that on for the whole day and I already took my picture for my permit, but then they made me take another picture. And so I had my monster mouth on my face, but then I was like, listen here, Mom, I'm gonna need you to run to the car and get me a baby wipe because this is not happening. And so I had to take it off and then take my picture, and that was that. But that was kind of crazy. So that's what happened. I started driving behind the wheel the day after Halloween, and I went 1 mile per hour and I thought I was going 100 and I was screaming. I was like, ah! I can't do it, but I ended up doing it, so watch out you guys, I'm coming. So if you know me, you know that I am a candle addict, and I personally don't like fall scents, you know, your typical pumpkin-y scents, your typical dessert scents. I don't like anything sweet. I like something musky, something like mahogany teak wood. I like to smell like a man, something masculine. So that's what I usually reach for, but I just felt like it was time for me to expand my horizons and get a fall smelling candle, and this one is by Bath & Body Works. This is the one that says pumpkin apple. And originally I just like artificial apple scents, whether it's a candle or a just room spray. I like that artificial apple smell, so I mean the pumpkin isn't too overwhelming in this candle, but it still smells really fresh, really clean, and kind of fruity, which is like, let's get into fall. In the month of October, I have just been really trying to use up all my products just because I feel like I have accumulated too much. So a lot of the products here you've probably seen in some of my previous videos, but I'm just going to explain the ones that I have been using specifically this month. The Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, you guys have probably seen this about like 10 times, I would say. And this is just my go-to palette, but I just really like this palette just because it has a lot of warm tones in it. So specifically, I have just been using this cream shade down here for an all-over base. I have been using this color as my eyelid color, into my crease color. Yes, this shade right here, I have been using it into my inner corners. It's kind of like a goldeny champagne color. And then here is kind of a medium brown, obviously my crease. And if I want to spice things up a little bit more, I will go ahead and take this maroon color and pop it in my crease and my lower lash line, and I'm good to go. So I am still trying to get rid of some acne. As you can see here, I have a pimple right there, and it has not been able to go away, but I have been able to reduce it. And I have some pimples down here. They're not as big, but my foundation wore off. It's the end of the day. And so the two things that I have been using are this e.l.f. Zit Zapper, and I've had this for quite a while and it has worked. You don't see huge results. Like if you have a pimple, it's not gonna go away overnight. It's kind of like a continuous thing, and I feel like it does help somewhat, but it's not something that's comparable to anything like Clean and Clear or Neutrogena, right? Yeah, and anything like those bigger brands, it just helps a little bit. This one was really weird on how I stumbled upon using it because like my pimple, this one really started to hurt. So I was like, I'm gonna numb it. And so I have been using this liquid Tiger Balm, and a lot of us Asians probably know what this is. It is basically concentrated menthol, and it is potent. I repeat, potent. And just putting the tiniest dab on this pimple made my eye want to water. Like, that's how potent it was. But I have to say that it did shrink it. The next morning, the redness was almost gone and my pimple was reduced. So, I mean, hey, it works. I have to warn you guys, be careful with this stuff. Like, do not get it in your eyes. I warn you. Like, okay, it's not gonna be deadly or anything, but one time I had it on my finger, I yawned, I rubbed my eye, and it was not pleasant, okay? So please, you're warned. I have a whole bunch of lip products to show you guys. You guys are probably familiar with these. You guys are probably over it. But these are just some lip combinations that I have been really loving. So lately I have been wearing this specific lip combination, and it is basically Wet n Wild Sandstorm with NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream Abu Dabi. And basically I put the Wet n Wild Sandstorm on my lips as a base. And then on top of that, I'll put Abu Dabi. And since Abu Dabi dries in a matte formula, the lipstick just stays. It's kind of like you get more staying power when you have the Abu Dabi on top. And then if I want my lips to look a little cleaner, like I did today, I will take my Wet n Wild lip pencil in the color Cashew. And this will just make your lips look a little bit plump. But if I want it to be more of a subtle look, I'll take my Jordana retractable lip liner in the color Rock and Rose, I think it's called. Yeah. And let me get a swatchy swatch for you. Yeah. There's not a huge difference in these two colors. The Wet n Wild and the Jordana. Jordana is just a little bit lighter than the Cashew. So that's that. And then I also have another lipstick. This is my go-to, I want to say vampy color for this month. It is Wet n Wild's Cherry Bomb. And it's kind of a more bloody color. Yep. And then when I want to line my lips, I'll take Cashew again and line it. I'm the type of person that will apply lipstick before the lip liner. I know that sounds really weird, but I just find that like if I put it on and it's a little sloppy, I will clean up the edges with the lip liner. This is a recent purchase just because, like I've told you guys, I've been trying to find my right foundation color, and prior to my sports, I've always been a natural beige. So I picked up the Maybelline Better Skin foundation in natural beige, and this is my color. It is a perfect match, and my neck matches my face, which is pretty good. I really like the formula of this. You would think that it's so liquidy and it won't cover your redness of the pimple, but just this alone will cover your pimples. But I have also been doubling it up with a concealer. This one is just by Revlon. It is the Colorstay concealer. This is in the color medium. And these two have just been working like a charm together. I really like the longevity of these two, so I would highly recommend it. And for primer, for the foundation, I've been really using up the Benefit Porefesional. I have another sample size of this, so after I use up the samples, like I told you guys, I'm possibly just gonna buy the full size. So thank you guys so much for watching my October favorites. As always, please request some other videos for me to do, and like this video if you like my favorites videos, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, I love you guys, and peace out, Girl Scouts.